Cook is out promoting his Dane Cook and Friends tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at the New York Comedy Festival. This guy's on fire. On fire.
He's the man.
It's at the Garden.
You're smaller than I thought you were.
It's at the Garden tomorrow night.
Oh,
wow.
I mean, Dane Cook, where did you say it was going to be?
At the New
Comedy
York...
Cellar? No.
At the New York Comedy Festival. Hey, Dane, nice to see you.
What's going on, Howard?
What's
Good to see you.
Man? You know, I guess it's kind of legendary in the comedy community that you, of course, built your following on the Internet. You successfully figured out how to harness the power of the Internet.
I did.
When you're an unknown comic, when you're a guy just coming up, how do you get your word out that you have this website and people should follow you? I don't even understand how you pulled it off.
I was, like most people, masturbating violently 23 hours a day.
Right.
Violently. Violently masturbating.
Like you were angry at your penis.
Angry at my career.
Right.
Actually.
How old were you at this point? When you were really angry at your career, you'd been trying comedy, it wasn't going well. Well,
this is 20 years, this New Year's Eve, and so I was like 27.
Right, and it's getting to the point where you go, like 30 is a weird age to still be doing comedy and not get anywhere.
I'm like college act, and I'm getting a little bit too old to, do the same kind of thing. So I just started sending out like links to my skits and stuff like that online, right. And it became like my thing. I'd spend half the day playing video games and the other half just emailing links and trying to figure out who my fans were online.
And were people like your parents saying to you, this is a waste of time? Were they at the point where they said, listen, you're sitting at home,
living at home
with links, you're making links, and because sometimes I see people with links, and you go, boy, asshole, you're making links. Why don't you get out and work? But it worked for you. You got a following. How many people were on your website?
Like, at one point, it was like, when MySpace was at its absolute peak, it was like 2.5 million followers.
Wow.
And then like 1 million hits on my personal website. It was almost scary, to be honest. It was a little bit like, I have to kind of live up to this.
Right, it became an obligation.
Yeah.
And in fact, what was on the website that was so compelling? You did some skits and you'd post it.
I do a lot of ribbon dancing, and so I would do the ribbon techniques.
Right.
And just anything non-comedic.
Would you record this yourself with your own video camera?
I did. I would do like local sets at, down in the Village or, the Laugh Factory in L.A. And I would just post anything. I would just post, even if it was an unfinished joke, or I would just sit in front of my computer and do like little webcam chats. But I had no fans at the time. At first, It was like
it was
10 people. Yeah, it was obnoxious, and 10 people that I knew their names.
Right.
And I would just, talk to the same 10 people, and I watched it go like 10, 20, 40, 80.
Wow.
Until finally it was, arenas, and it's been a wild ride, man.
Right, it's a wild ride, and
but still masturbating violently. I still find the time.
Do you not have a girlfriend?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
What does she do? She in show business?
She is a singer. She sings, yeah.
And there's a steady relationship. Were the rumors that you were with Jessica Simpson are just merely a rumor? I mean, usually where there's smoke, there's fire. You went out with her, right?
Little dalliances here and there. But
I would love to bang her.
But
I mean, as a guy who masturbates a lot, too, that's a hot girl. I mean,
she was beautiful.
Beautiful girl.
Why and that also has to be some kind of a craziness, because here you were 27 sitting in your room, and now you're with Jessica Simpson?
Yeah, I used to masturbate violently to her.
Right, and now you're with her. I've actually had that happen.
Yeah?
Where I masturbated to someone, and then I met him, and I got to bang him.
I would watch Newlyweds and just hold my hand over Nick.
But also, that didn't work out, though. She wasn't a girl that you could stay in a long-term relationship with.
No. And plus, I was, not to bum out, but it was like, my mom was really sick. I was making that movie. My mom got cancer, and so it was like, if I wasn't on set, I was, taking care of my family. So
bad timing.
Yeah, definitely.
Is your mom still alive?
No, she passed away.
From cancer?
From the masturbating violently. It's a really strange thing that...
But at least she got to see that you made it.
She did.
Mean, she saw you in your room making video links and links to your website.
Absolutely.
And this was not... Your father's still alive?
My dad... I lost my mom and dad to cancer within 9 months of each other. Both of them got cancer. Oh. That same year that everything kind of blew up, and everybody was like the white hot spotlight, I was like at home, taking care of my folks. And so it was weird, man. It was a weird time.
Terrible
but they
timing.
both got to see it.
But terrible timing on your parents' part, true?
Yeah, I blame them entirely.
Yeah, I mean...
schedule your cancer deaths.
You finally hit it. Everything's coming into fruition.
Yeah.
The whole plan is working.
They ganged
and the
up
two
on
of
me.
them, there they are, burning
they were in cahoots.
See, my father had the decency to die when I was a complete loser.
Right. So you had a lot of time to devote to him.
He wanted to go.
I mean, you've been linked to beautiful women.
True.
Kate Hudson, I think. No, Katie Holmes.
No.
Was it Kate Hudson?
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
Film with Kate Hudson, yeah.
But it doesn't mean... It's weird to do a film with a girl. You do fall in love in a sense when you get to do these films with people. And then I guess when you get off set, it's a whole different reality.
Yeah, it's what are they, a location ship sometimes.
Right. Because you're in a movie together, you're being catered to. And
you have makeup on, you look great.
Right, and you're working together, and you rehearse, and and suddenly you're banging Kate Hudson. Jesus Christ.
Not actually banging, but pantomime banging, yes.
You never banged her?
No.
Never?
No, she had a boyfriend at the time.
Oh,
and we were just actually buddies.
It was not a romance?
Yeah, no, there was really no,
Jessica Simpson was a romance.
That was just kind of like hanging out.
Little pork in here and there, everybody's having a good time.
I wouldn't say pork and maybe beans.
Pork and beans. All right. The movie I like that you did was Mr. Brooks. I love that film. Good film. Did that film do well commercially?
I think it made enough money to pay me.
So why didn't that movie do well? It was you and Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
I think it was one of his best roles.
Yeah.
He plays this insane, and you play an insane guy, and it's really, I'm always looking for good movies to watch, and that's one of those surprises.
And the other person in it is Demi Moore.
Right. You rent it on DVD, and you go, man, this is a good movie. Why didn't I see this in the theater? Was it poor marketing? What the hell happened?
I don't really... Yeah,
Did you have Video Link?
It was a low budget. It was definitely a low budget film, and when we made it, it was like, okay, we're going to hope that when this thing, finally hits, that it goes wide. But, you do these things, and you just don't know. It's not like stand-up. I can control that. I can go out. I know what I'm going to present. Yeah. And, your writer, director, sometimes, bouncer, Artie will tell you that. You're doing everything. You do a movie, and then when it's done, you're like, I don't even know what's going to happen.
Did you ever write a movie?
I did, yeah.
Did you get to produce it and put it out there?
I did some short film stuff, but nothing.
Are you frustrated with the scripts you get in the sense that you're like, well, I'm at the mercy of some screenwriter? I would think you would take the matter into your own hands the way you did your stand-up career.
Yeah. No, I did a few, comedies that were, that were decent, but more like highlight good. There's moments in them. Right. But as a whole, that's why I'm writing my own stuff now, and we'll see what happens.
Were you popular as a kid in high school?
No, absolutely.
Were you loserish?
Loserish, very introverted, panic attack. I used to have a tree called the throw-up tree on the way to school. And if I could make it past the throw-up, which I never could, I'd be frozen, my hands would be tingling, because the thought of being around people was just horrifying.
You're antisocial in a way.
I'm pretty shy.
You are shy. Were you the type? Did you get laid in high school at all?
Never.
Never?
No.
No girls looked at you?
I did finally lose my virginity in high school, but to my first girlfriend, but she was homely.
Homely, and she acted like she was doing you a favor.
But she was homely now, but she was hot then because I was very homely and zits. And
did you go to college?
No, I did not.
You did not go to college.
No,
you went out to make your career happen.
Stand up in 1990 and never went to college. High school, and that's it.
And isn't that funny, though, that you wound up entertaining college kids?
Well, the best thing is when I would do the colleges, and I would walk in, and then, like, a teacher or some staff guy would be like, you're here for the show? And I'd be like, I am the show.
Did you start to get laid as you became a stand-up comic?
Oh, yeah.
And then the girls started to take notice of you?
Oh, yeah. Like, 22 to 28 was legendary for me.
Really? Famous chicks, too?
Just kind of,
famous and
not really at the time.
But really hot.
Like C-listers at the time.
Yeah, but hot chicks who wanted to be famous.
Yeah, like Soleil Moon Frye's assistant.
Right. That type. Not that you had Soleil Moon Frye's assistant, but that type.
Right. Somebody like her.
Somebody like her.
I've seen her. She's hot, that assistant.
Right. And sometimes two at a time. Did you orgy at all? Was that part of the legend, so to speak?
In Reno, I did that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How many girls were in the room with you at that time in Reno?
I did. It was my first threesome.
Threesome?
Ever. Yeah.
And you knew how to handle it?
Oh, I was overwhelmed, Howard.
Shoot your load rather rapidly?
I think I knew it was going to happen, so I jerked off a couple of hours early
just like me.
Yeah.
Well, just like every guy.
I did it just like you, too.
Two girls at the same time. Did they know each other? the girls?
Yes.
How did they know each other?
They were like...
Prison.
Like a men's club. And prison.